Hello everyone and welcome back to Crop Supply. In this video I'm going to be giving you a Ghost SNKRS overview. We're going to begin with the functionality of the program and then move from the account generator section all the way to the create task section at the end. So we don't have a full screen button here. We can go ahead and resize it in the bottom right corner as so. I'm going to bring it to this size so you guys, it takes up most of the screen during this overview like so. So you can obviously adjust it to however you like, and then at the bottom we have the Ghost SNKRS version 2.16.2. so at the time of recording this video I'm using that version. That will change as they push more updates. Then you have the Discord support button, the frequently asked questions button, the check for updates button, and also your available cookies. All these stay at the bottom through all the pages as I'm going to show you. So when I click account generator, as you guys can see, the bottom stays exactly the same. So we have the minimize button, the settings button, and also the X button. So if we hit the settings button here, it takes us to this, which isn't navigated from any of these sections. You have to hit this button. So we have the notification settings section, which is for your Discord, Slack API webhook. So you can go ahead and put that in there. And then you have configurable options. So essentially if you click ignore losses, then the webhook won't push any losses. If you click ignore entries, and then the webhook is not going to push any entries. However, if you don't click any of these, then the webhook will get the most activity from your tasks, so it will push literally everything. Then you have the save button and the test webhook button. So when you put a webhook in there, be sure to save it. Then we have the get SMS code for re-verification. You can put your email, token, and 2 capture API key. Then you have the option to enable shock drop mode if you wish. Then for client management, this is essentially for your key in association to Ghost SNKRS. Your expiry date is obviously over there. You can extend the subscription by 6 months by hitting this, and it will go ahead and do that. And then you have the deactivate button as well. Then at the bottom here we have our accounts and our proxies. So you can go ahead and put your accounts in the formation email password, and also you can put your proxies in IP, port, user, and pass. And then when you do that, you can hit save for both your accounts and your proxies, and then you have the option to buy some proxies as well. So I'm actually going to hold off buying any accounts and proxies for the moment. However, proxies and accounts will be covered in this overview. So let's go to account generator, which is the little tab over here, and you can navigate to different tabs, and when you hover over it, it gets highlighted accordingly. So for account generator, you can choose your site. So we have end, SNS US number, SNS Canada number, and also naked, which is in beta at the moment. So you can select the site, for example, then you enter your email, your first name, your last name. You have the option to randomize your name as well per account. Then you can put a password as well as a quantity. You can go ahead and specify this accordingly, and alternatively you can go ahead and type in a number like so. Then you can click the create button. You can also import emails. So if I hit this, a file directly will go ahead and pop up, and I can also open my save location as well. So as you guys can see, I've gone ahead and gone through tests here. So let's say if I were to randomize this email here, so obviously that is a random email that I do not own. If I click create here, as you guys can see, the status goes accounts created. So obviously you have your statuses, the email you decide to use, the site, and the ID. Then moving over to the access checker, you can go ahead and configure the Nike access checker. So for the locale, you can go ahead and choose your region. I'm going to click GB, and then you put your input in here. It's your account, and then you can go ahead and test for access if you wish. Moving over to order checker, you can go ahead and check your orders. So you put the input in here, you click the check orders button, and then it goes ahead and checks everything for you in the formation of accounts, order date, SKU, order number, price, and status. Moving over to tester, this is the Nike tester for your proxies and accounts. This is where I'm going to be overviewing proxy and account here. So when you have the proxy section, you can go ahead and put in a proxy, and you can go ahead and test it, and you can do the exact same thing for your account as well. So I'm going to go ahead and test proxies here. I'm going to go ahead and grab a proxy. So I've gone ahead and grabbed my proxy here. I'm going to put it in. The proxy is actually grayed out, but you guys can clearly see there is a proxy there. I'm going to hit the test button, and as you guys can see, my one proxy is actually banned. That's why the result is banned over there. Moving over to the analytics section, this is essentially recording all your analytics in association with your tasks. So for analytics, you can configure your entries. So at the moment it's 0. However, let's say I enter 100, it will tell me my winners as well, and my losers. So it's good to be able to calculate percentages if you want to do that. Then you have individual results here. So the result is there, the size, SKU, and the URL, the email, the profile, and the order number. So this is good for tracking basis. And then we're going to move over to the profile section. Now let's go ahead and break down what we all see here. So we have the shipping information. So you can configure your country, your first name, last name, address, Apartment/suite, that's optional. You have your city, state, postal code, phone number, and then you have the exact same thing for billing information. However, you have the option to hit this, and this goes ahead and grays out because you can make your shipping and billing information the exact same, so it will fill in simultaneously when it goes ahead and runs your tasks. Then for payment information, you have your card type, card number, month, year, and CVV. Then for profile management, you have your profile name. You can go ahead and configure with all these details. Then you can actually load a profile if you wish. So if you go ahead and create a profile from the drop down, you can select one and go ahead and load it. And then you have a delete profile. Once again, from a drop down, you can go ahead and delete a profile if you wish. And then you have the import and export button if you wish to do that. So as you guys can see, I've gone ahead and configured the profile with some test information. I'm going to call this video test for this overview. I'm going to hit save. And as you guys can see, it's successfully saved. So if I go to load profile, as you guys can see, the test profile US was there before, and now video test is there as well. So let's say if I were to load test profile US, it changes obviously. And let's say I want to load video test, I hit load, then the information I filled out before comes back. And I can also delete my profiles from all the profiles I've gone ahead and created. Then moving on to view tasks, we have some global actions here. You can start all your tasks, you can stop all your tasks, as well as deleting them all, and also open your harvester. So if you hit this button, a data harvester is going to pop up. It says status ready, data harvester login, and it is over there. Then you have the login button, so you can log in there. You have the clear button if you wish to do that. Then you have the minimize button and also the X button. I'm going to X out of it for now. Then you have the import button for your tasks and the export. So the import or file explorer will go ahead and pop up, and export is exporting your tasks out of Ghost to another place. So breaking down the create task page, we have the upcoming releases part. So you can go ahead and configure this per your region here. So for the site, you have Nike US, GB, and a bunch of other options. I've hit GB, and all the releases pop up here. So let's break down what we can see. You can see the date, the time, the release name, the retail, the SKU, and the release type. Obviously we have a Leo here and a Dan there. We can hit the refresh button if we wish, so it refreshes. And now the convenient thing within Ghost Sneakers is that if I go ahead and hit a release here, it changes everything accordingly. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this release, and as you guys can see, the SKU gets updated. Those are the available sizes. I'm gonna go with a size 6 here, so I'm gonna hit 6. The quantity is going to be 1. Once again, this is configurable, so you can bring it up or down, but I'm gonna put 1. Then you can choose your profile, so I'm gonna hit video test, and then obviously you can choose your site, so we're gonna hit sneakers/sneakers app for this. Then you can randomize your name as well as your apartment number and your phone number. Then you can hit multi-sizing if you wish. However, I've configured a size, so I'm not going to do that. Then I can go ahead and configure task specific proxy, which I have done, and task specific account, which I have done as well. So if I hit the create button, it will go ahead and create a task. So if I go to view task, as you guys can see, the ID is there, the size is there, the SKU and URL is there, the email is there, the profile is there, the status is idling because we haven't not done anything yet. Then we have the actions, start, stop, and delete. So to recap, you have the start all button, stop all button, delete all buttons. That will delete all our tasks. So let's go ahead and start the task. As you guys can see, it just goes to waiting for a product, getting SKU info, depending on what we actually put in, and then it will go through the statuses. Obviously this isn't an actual release, so nothing is happening here. However, that's what it looks like. So that concludes the overview of Ghost Sneakers at Cop Supply.